Hello, I'm one of the beautiful girl scouts from one of the beautiful Maverick Nation. I am the Dark Shadow Maverick. And this is my co-host, Alastor. An all new experience, something of I like to call DSM versus with Alastor. Yes, with me. So what exactly is this again? This is a little something, versus discussion. But basically all stuff that more or less I own, but not really, but really is, more or less like versus battles. Versus discussion. Oh, well. What's first on the list? I think you might like this one. This first one here is Alastor. That's you. Versus Lord Gaurshnaught from a certain canceled series. Wasn't he the final villain of that series? Don't those get really freaking ridiculously strong? Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy. Wasn't he like a sentient cockroach anime villain? Well, the various sites were bug people. Yes. Okay, let's run down the lists. Attributes. First up, power, presence, aura. Oh, power, presence, aura? I think I'm going to like this. First up, the man of the hour here, Alastor. Power, presence, aura. Well, in terms of power, you basically became the most powerful overnight in all of hell. If that doesn't ring out power to be true, I don't know what does. Presence, you're basically the king of rage bait. Well, basically, like the pilot version of you is the king of rage bait. I will not deny. And aura, man, every frame of the screen is like aura. It's nice to know that my talents are appreciated. Even whenever you're getting your ass kicked, it's like aura. Whatever. And now let's see power, presence, aura for Lord Gaurshnaught. Let's see power. He literally, without effort, brought his various side army back from the dead. They had been dead for like an uncountable number of years, like 10,000 millennia ago years. And he just brought them back up like it was time for a freaking rave. Well, damn straight. Power. Damn straight power. Let's see. Power versus power. Let's see. Strongest sinner in hell versus guy who can literally just exist in order to bring back people who have been dead for God knows how long. It's the fact that he didn't even have to do anything all that much in order to do this. You still had to put forth the effort to, like, call up Rosie. Well, I will admit that. So, in all intents and purposes, power has you beat out. Sorry, buddy. Shit. Please tell me that this isn't going to be a recurring thing. Hopefully it isn't. For your sake. Now, next category out of these initial three. Presents. You, all throughout Season 1 and a little bit through Season 2, are just this present. Even in the pilots, you are a presence. But from day one, Gaurshnaught, like, even before the dude himself got resurrected, by himself, by the way, Yusei Arabaki was terrified of him. And he was the dude who was training Rainbow. Like, terrified of him. He was training Rainbow to realize her destiny as a soulless hero. And he was terrified of the guy. And if you also want to talk presence, well, basically the moment he whopped out that 24 karat, Bankai form, just flashed everybody into damn near non-existence. So, I'm gonna say this is an even one. Okay, you guys, even on presence, seeing as damn near impossible to go anywhere without seeing some form of you, and this guy was just whopping it out every single time. Now here's come for the big deciding factor in the opening three. Aura. Because aura leads into the Black Air Force energy. They kind of go hand in hand. So yeah, basically the same thing. Basically the same thing. But more or less, you get what I mean. Now, who was literally just gonna tell me that the moment you were introduced, people were like, who is this? Like, you got everyone's head turned whenever you first appeared. Your just ability to not give a just sideline everyone, kind of just a whole nother player. The thing is, Gaurshnaught, from the moment he came out of the, even before then, all way back in the beginning, he was just playing it for the love of the game. Playing it for the love of the game. Just absolutely, this brother was just out of here. And the only reason why he didn't kill Rainbow is because he he just thought it would be fun to just, I don't know, like, continue to view her suffering. That's just cold. That is just tough. Dude, while you had the nonchalance, Gaurshnaught was just being an active presence of just damn. So, I will indeed say that presence seems to be the only thing out of the initial first three where you, like, have any sort of a standing against Gaurshnaught. Oh, I feel like this is going to become a pattern. But now that we're out of the initial three, we can get down to attack potency, defense potency, straight durability, speed, and straight hacks. Now let's talk about that attack potency. Now, from the pilot alone, we know you got some attack potency. Whenever you just effed up Pentus's like freaking balloon ship thing, you're just all the way to double hell. And if we want even more proof that you got that attack potency in the spades, well, we needn't look more further than, just all a bunch of other stuff that you did. Like, for mention, the loan sharks. Like, how you just manhandled them. And let's not forget the fact that you casually sidesteps Vox's fucking angelic laser beam. Like shoop-doop from fucking heaven. So yeah, that's a bunch of different hooplas of just attack potency. And just overall, so much attack potency that the woo! And then we got defense potency. Like, the sidestepping the laser also goes into defense potency. But if we want to look at any other defense potency measures, we have you surviving an attack from Adam, the general of the... Yeah. You surviving an all-out war, you and your buds versus all three of the V's. And I guess we want to mention another measure of attack potency. There was the whole thing with you damn near almost ripping Husk's soul into pieces. Just for crossing you. Then we have that old durability scans. And durability kind of feeding into the defense potency. So not much new there. except for the continued survival after Adam's attack, and the fact that you were able to fight Vox after that had happened. And even crack jokes at his expense. Just like, that was wow. And then we have speed. Using your shadows, you can get from point 1 to point whatever pretty dang fast. May not be Vox's electric teleportation, but it is pretty freaking close. And after speed, we gotta comments into just the straight hacks. There's the freaking voodoo hacks. There's just the tentacle hentai hacks. There's the freaking radio shit hacks. There's your ability to turn into a much more intimidating form. Several intimidating forms. And your custody of multiple souls. So, multiple hacks. All that together just seems to chew pretty much a whole package. However, Gaurshnaught was just stepping up the game. If we want to attack, if we want to talk attack potency, Rainbow at the time was quite literally just boom, 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 like taking out members of the Domino corporation left and right, and then frickin' the various sites come in, and then the leader of the various sites, Lord Gaurshnaught, comes in, and he's even worse than both combined in his attack potency. Him just unleashing the 24-karat Bankai of his very own just effed with everyone. It completely drained multiple people. And the only reason that Rainbow was even able to still fight after that was because of specific, circumstances. And if we want to go into defense potency, we look at the 24-karat, Bankai again. Not even the 24-karat Bankai. Even before the specific Bankai, just the 24-karat form alone was just Jesus. It was a wall. It could take punishment, and it could dish it out even harder. And if we're wanting to go into specific durability, well, there is no specific modificationism or whatever I was trying to say. That is unless you want to go into the fact that Rainbow just had to go all the way with her training to a point in where she basically non-existed herself just to kill Lord Gaurshnaught. Just barely able to. If that isn't freaking durability, I don't know what is. the cusp of speed at the point in the story where basically the Domino Corporation and the various sites. Basically, the Domino Corporation alone have people that were like sound speedering up. Like literally just casually breaking the sound barrier, not even trying. And whenever you get to the various sites, you have people that are breaking the freaking speed of light and possibly don't even know that they're doing it. And seeing as the various sites, well, Gaurshnaught is their king, and specific royal guard are like supposed to be his most elite, and he's still stronger than them, would make him also more powerful defense, and even more fast. And considering that one of the various site members was a former member of, the Stefano Corporation. Yeah, ridiculously fast. Which would make Gaurshnaught basically straight up gravity breaker. I'ma say it, gravity breaker. I mean, the dude's freaking 24 karat Bankai literally saps everyone, no matter who you are. Except for Rainbow Dash, but those were specific circumstances, let me remind you. Everyone else got freaking destroyed. Besides Gaurshnaught himself. And that meant that he would have had to have basically squad wiped even the fastest in the game. In order to basically be able to tag them with something that would be able to do that much damage. So, yeah. That's elitist speed right there. And whenever we're talking about hacks, this guy literally makes the Chimerans from Hunter x Hunter look like chumps. This guy makes Miro and him look like a chump, considering what he did whenever coming out right out of the gate. He was like, the entirety of all you world leaders, all y'all bow down to me or you're dead. And the moment they tried to say something, 24 karat Bankai, and just all dead. I swear, like, if Rainbow hadn't survived that, everybody would be screwed. Which means, I think the only way that you're going to actually survive the versus, Alastor, is if we calc in the Dawn of Legends version of you. Because if we actually do that, and add that on top of, well, your Has-Been Hotel version of you, well, let's just say the Legends version of Alastor is strong enough, and this is no exaggeration, by no exaggeration, I mean no exaggeration. Considering what is believed to be said about Metal Sonic's ability to just, become even more learned and even more powerful every single time, if you believe Sonic Heroes and the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA has a combined narrative, which I do. And since I do, and I basically put it like that in, my series, that basically means that Alastor, I don't know how to put this without sounding crazy, but considering that regular Metal Sonic, considering all, everything that has happened, is strong enough to beat Super Perfect Cell. And this is a more powerful version of Metal Sonic that, Alastor fights every single time, that he has fought every single time, and gets better and better and better and better every time. And they fought several times. Basically, more or less, seeing as Alastor more or less calculates to Metal Sonic, or at least my version of Metal Sonic, my version of Alastor does. And considering, dudes just keep getting stronger, and not only that, but he now has a Devi ability. Considering the increase and the fact that Battle of Gods just ignores GT's existence, I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. Alastor has about, around the same power level as Super Saiyan God Goku. In the base. In Alastor's base. He is basically Super Saiyan God Goku level of power. And that is basically going off of Metal Sonic calcs. Considering what I know about Metal Sonic. Seeing as, Alastor seems to fight Metal Sonic the most throughout the series. I am literally trying to go through logical calcs on this, and that is the conclusion I came up to. That basically Battle of Gods Goku is where Alastor would be at right about now. And I don't think Gaurshnaught could defeat Battle of Gods Goku. Super Saiyan God. That is, unless he decided to heavily wank, 24 karat Bankai version of himself. Like, completely spread the freaking Bankai throughout the entire 12 universes of Dragon Ball. Which, it is not proven that he's able to do this. He does not have that level of calc. I like Gaurshnaught as a character, but he does not have that level of calc. He is not multi-universal level and able to spread his energy. But on, terms of, defense, and, going in hand with defense, durability. And the reason why I didn't throw stamina in is because stamina is just like that weird part where it gets weird. So I'd rather not. Anyways, considering all of that, and the fact that the whole thing with Radio Stardust, yeah, basically this man is like Gojo. Like, the moment he lays down the frickin' Radio Stardust, he becomes Gojo. That's basically how I'm gonna put it. Like a Super Saiyan God Gojo. And whenever things concern speed, Legends Alastor has never been known to be the fastest character. I'd say there might be a couple that could be faster, like way faster. Like, he's no Wally West. Like, he's not slow, but he ain't the fast. Like, Legends Alastor is a wall. He ain't some super speed Sonic the Hedgehog. And so whenever it comes to frickin' hacks, the ultimate hacks that Legends Alastor has is Radio Stardust. Because of what it allows him to do. Frickin' act like Dio and stop time. And even, murder people while time is stopped. If you didn't realize what happened in the movie whenever time was stopped, and the All-Father was basically acting clueless. Yeah. So, there are basically two different ways that a fight in between Alastor and Lord Gaurshnaught could end. Either it's regular Alastor, and he gets freaking destroyed by Gaurshnaught, or it's Legends Alastor, and Gaurshnaught gets obliterated. Because I ain't capping. Legends Alastor would obliterate that man. Or at least the original version of Gaurshnaught, because I got plans. But I'm telling you, OG Gaurshnaught would be obliterated. But I got plans to possibly change that. But he doesn't need to know that. Just let him celebrate this victory while he has the chance. Say what? DSM versus DSM versus with Alastor is brought to you by. Hey, will you please cut the episode? You said something. Would you mind to enlighten me on what you. Please just cut the episode before he wakes up. I don't need Bendy asking questions.